Hi guys, it's Crystal Michelle, Soul Ascension Goddess. Um, totally feel called to bring this to light right now. When you are new, if you have been, if you have been in a long-term fight or flight state, or just had some traumatic times in your life, or things that that have kept you stuck and have allowed you to embrace the too close for comfort with my own misery mindset, you are not alone. And when you start making the shift to the other side of your triangle, and I talk about triangles all the time, and it'll make sense for you. These are little codes that I put into this, these videos. These are little truths that I am slipping in, and they're setting the basis. They're creating this foundation for when we actually do start working together, and you will understand everything. It's kind of like the giver. I give little parts. And that's just how my brain works, and I'm embracing that. And when we learn to, let's say, be happy, like for me, sometimes I struggle really hard with being happy in the now, and I'll go from the extreme happy to the extreme sad, and I know that that's draining myself, and it drains my children and my husband and people, and I'm finally to the place of being able to allow myself to slip to the negative and detaching from emotion, and that's the next step. And we keep staying stuck in our cycles of misery and having the same triggers because we're not detaching and observing. Because if you can finally step into the state of observing it, it's like on the quantum level it changes, externally, but that is the moment. It's your aha, and it only takes one time of observing something to make the shift externally, because you are now internally doing the work at the same time, and that is the merger. That's a cross point, and that's just like it's like the top of your Fibonacci for a truth, or it's like a moment of clarity. That's what I call clarity moments. It's when the whole entire line of connections for every single clue that you've had for the trigger or the obstacle or the moment of glory comes, and you're like, oh, that's why I got that book, and that's why I did this, and that's why, and it's all the whys become, oh, you just have become a master of that portion of yourself. And when you can make this, on the quantum level, when you make the observation of self, that's when the change happens, because you have observed, and it happens automatically because that's the law. And when we can start observing these laws and relearn them and come at them in a place of visualization and not so much the numbers and being right or wrong, and that's where we've been wrong, that's where it is wrong, and it resides at the lower point when we're at using these in a hierarchy sort of way, or I'm smarter than you, or it has to be this number. No, everyone has a valid truth, because we all have a fingerprint. We all have a spiritual fingerprint too. We all have a purpose. And when we can align together, there are ants on my fingers, y'all. If you're wondering why I'm looking, there's little tiny ants, little piss ants. So that's what I'm doing. I don't want to get bit. I'm allergic to ants, but we don't know what kind. Random. But yeah, when we come to that state of observing and allowing, you can make the shift. It's a quantum shift, because it is default. That is a law. We know that, and it's a great thing to know these things, and you don't have to understand it. Same with the law of attraction. You don't have to understand any of it. You just have to know what it is and know how to apply. And my triangle truth, it's just visualization. We work together with these equations that you have been ingrained into your brain in the form, and we shift and translate them into the see, I'm not quite ready, I guess, but we shift them from the lower portion to from the lower to the upper portion. See, that is throat chakra clearing, and that is being open, and that's one of those times where I observe myself, and I could have just turned the video off. And it's important that I, as the healer that I am, allow myself to be vulnerable and authentic, and to feel and to choke. And think about all the times in your entire life that was an aha moment for me. I just had a breakthrough on a video, and that's why it's so important for me to speak my truth, because when I have one, you have one, and we spark light. And when we get to that, point of majority on the lower portion, the ascension happens by default. I mean, it does, and it's where we're headed. That's what we're doing. It's all, going to the fifth dimension, the top of the triangle, our apex. It's big. It's great. And when we can finally get to that place of detachment, we can, observe, and through observation of self, we shift external reality on a quantum level. And that's a very important thing for us to start visualizing, because we are master creators, but we are, this is my form. I'm touching my form, but this is my chakra. I feel my energy coming out and pouring into this video for you, and feeling my own unconditional love that I am speaking my truth and allowing myself to look like this on a camera with my hair in a bun and being myself. And that is a big thing, and me doing that allows you to do that. And we are in this, so I love you. You are love, you are light, you are hope, you are change, you are worthy. Thanks for watching. Thanks for allowing me to be spacey and be myself. I am so grateful for you. Please join my Soul Ascension Society. I am waiting for you. It's time that we start breaking down these traumas and fears and starting our ascension process and growing, just like I just did. We can all do that. So I love you. Have a great day.